finish up with some thoughts about Terrell Owens and everything that happened. And it's kind of weird that I reacted kind of the way I did, because I've never been a huge fan of the guy, huge fan of his talent, and like some of the stuff that he exhibited on the field, I guess you could say. But I got kind of a list of things that I need to talk about when it comes to, just different things that he did over the last 3 years that really did bug me. And it showed me that, sure, he says he wants to win, and people say that he wants to win, and that he works hard and practice and all those things. But there's an expression: live to fight another day, and that comes to mind when thinking about Terrell Owens, because he says, well, about his outspoken, being outspoken, he talks about how his grandmother taught him to say what's on his mind, be honest. Well, sometimes you just have to use common sense. You can't just say anything and not expect any repercussions from it. You have to be held accountable for your actions. You have to be held accountable for the words you say. All the way back when he first came to the Cowboys, and he pulled the hamstring in training camp, and he goes out there with his Lance Armstrong outfit to ride an exercise bike. Look at me, look at me. His expression, "I love me some me," it really bothered me. It just kind of showed me what he was all about. Then the accidental overdose thing, there's something to that just tells me that something was going on with this guy more than what the press found out about, more than what we found out about. It's just, the guy's unstable, I think. Or before the New England game, and the original 81 and the other 81, and get your popcorn ready, and that whole fiasco. Just draw that attention to yourself. Draw that attention to yourself. And I don't know, these relationships that he builds with his quarterbacks and then seems to destroy later on. It's like, you get to this honeymoon phase where everybody loves each other and everybody gets along and life is wonderful and they got the greatest quarterback ever, and then, it deteriorates. The honeymoon is over, as they say. And I've seen that. I saw that with McNabb and T.O. I've seen it with Romo and T.O. Start off like they're the best friends, and then, and the freaking crying after the Giants lost in the playoffs was just embarrassing. I'm telling you, man, mental instability. It starts becoming obvious to me, at least, that the guy's got some issues, some serious issues. And it seems like the drama never ends. Whether he actually said that Romo and Witten were drawing up plays in the dirt, or not. I don't think it was something that somebody just pulled out of their hat, pulled out of their ass. I think that there's something to it. And then there's those sharks out there looking for a free T.O. meal, like Ed Werder, Skip Bayless, Deion Sanders, and T.O. obliging and giving them what they want. I thought the interview with Deion Sanders this past season was very, very bad timing. And you know what? Sometimes you don't need to explain yourself. Sometimes you just don't have to give your side of the story. Just keep playing football. Keep trying to figure out a way to win. Quit putting the spotlight on yourself. And Terrell Owens has done that his entire career. You know, and no matter what you say about, you don't know what's inside the guy's heart, you don't know what he's thinking, you don't know what's in his mind. Well, you know what, a lot of times, you know, sometimes your words speak louder than your actions, believe it or not. I know that's opposite of what people say about, you know, actions speak louder than words, but, you know, come on. I mean, sometimes his words are his actions. You know, they say he just wants to win. But does he realize that the path to winning isn't always through him? It's called a team for a reason. Padding your stats doesn't win championships. People say we can't win a championship without Terrell Owens. Well, I got news for you. 44 other teams have done it. You know, every team that's won a Super Bowl has done it without Terrell Owens.